Hello and welcome, BitMonger family. Top of the morning to you guys. This is Monger coming at you from Thailand. Hope you guys are all doing well today. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what just happened last night. We had some serious manipulation. going on, guys. I couldn't believe it. And I took advantage of it, though, guys, because I see what's going on here. And just so you guys know, I am currently bearish until about January 27th. I suspect we will get some sort of small rally from the 27th through the second trading day in January, considered the Santa rally. You can go back and look at my videos. But until then, I am bearish on crypto, and after that Santa rally, I am also bearish on crypto. Currently, people are throwing in the towel. Nobody's paying attention. I mean, I don't get a lot of views anyways, but the people that do have a large amount of followers have already started talking about how no one's paying attention. The view count is down. Do a Google search on crypto, Google Trends, and you will see that no one seems to give a F right now about crypto. And everybody's focusing on the more exciting play. And I don't really blame them. I mean, let's face it. Bitcoin, digital gold, smart contracts, DeFi. It's boring. I mean, people can engage with AI, which is the hot stuff. Robots. I mean, look at the stuff that's coming out with Tesla. Self-driving vehicles, all this stuff. And if you guys have been following my lead, I've been telling you guys to buy AI stocks, and Tesla in particular, a long time ago. Now, right now, would I buy them? I would not. I would be waiting until February to make any purchases on AI, as I believe in Q1 we will see a fairly good correction. So, with that noted, let's go ahead and take a look at this chart here, guys. This is wild, man. So, first of all, we can see that we had a bloody day yesterday. It was pretty bloody. Nasdaq's down almost 2%. S&P's down almost 1.2%. The Dow Jones is down about 0.5%. You know, these tech stocks really took a freaking hit yesterday because they've been running up, and I do expect them to cool off. But let's take a look at what Bitcoin did. Look at that. Now, I was lucky. I happened to be awake when this happened, and I have alerts on my phone. As I told you, I've been watching them manipulate the market and run it up and bring it down to get those liquidities. And yesterday, last night while I was awake here, I saw this mega pump going on, and it broke above 90K. And as soon as it broke above 90K, the BitMonger added to his short. So I got a large short right now on Bitcoin, 5x short on Bitcoin. My liquidation price is over 107K. Do I think it's going to go there anytime soon? Hell no. I'm betting that Bitcoin is going back down to do a head and shoulders pattern, and possibly even further down. So anyways, I'm in the money. I shaved my bags, and I am in a short. I previously had noted that I made a mistake when I initially had sold my bags back at 116 when it got rejected. And then again, I took money off the table, like around 115, and then again at 113K. And I should have been shorting the market with that, but I didn't, and that was a huge mistake. But now I do have a short in. I took it at 93K when it got rejected there, and then I added it again, added more to that short last night when it broke just above 90K. So let's take a look here. Long term, let's look at the daily candle on this and zoom out to get an idea of what might be going on here. So look at this, guys. It looks to me like a head and shoulders pattern, and then this would be the end, right? It could possibly be here where we are now, but generally speaking, I am expecting it to go down to here, which is around 75K. Now, if this is in conjunction with a massive stock correction, I believe that it could actually go into the 60s. And worst case, well, not the worst case scenario is that it, completely blows up. But right now, the current total average dollar cost for a Bitcoin buyer is at 56K. Historically, prices have gone down to those prices and even dipped below them. Could that happen? It could. But I'm looking to add to my bag. I'll probably nibble if it gets down to 80K, because that was the recent low here that we had. So I think that's an area of interest that I will nibble at, and I did buy some before at 81K. But if it gets back down to like 80K, I'll nibble there some more. My next nibbling point is going to be right around 75K. Then my next nibble point would be at like around 69K, because that was the previous all-time high. And then I'm just going to, be watching it. But my orders will be staggered. And I do strongly suspect that we will see this, head and shoulders pattern. So we got the shoulder, we got it coming down, got it rising up, and I suspect it's going to come back down here. And then maybe if we're lucky, we will get a bounce either on the 80K or on the 75K mark. But I think there's a high probability that it's going to come back down and touch this, guys. Which is not looking good. So if you are in altcoins and we do get to Santa rally, you might want to consider to de-risking if you haven't already done so, because it could get quite nasty. Now, I don't know what's going to happen clearly. I'm just a stoner in Thailand, kicking it at a speech house. I have no clue. I don't have a crystal ball. But that could happen. Also, the Japan carry trade. I made a video just on that recently. As was noted in the video, I think it's pretty well priced in. But does that mean that they might not want to manipulate the market to shake people out more? I think so, especially in crypto. I don't think a lot of people in that field are, super savvy investors. I think a lot of people don't know what they're doing. They just jumped in. So they're easy to manipulate. And I believe that the market makers know this, and they will try to use this as an opportunity to shake people out. So any further strength that we might see between now and tomorrow, you might want to consider maybe looking to short it, or I don't know. That's a tough call, because we may get some sort of rebound tomorrow after that pretty vicious sell-off in tech stocks yesterday, but maybe not. Remember, people are about to go on holiday. Generally, when people go on holiday, the big boys, the Wall Street guys, they don't want to have positions open, so they will de-risk near the end of the year. So it's a tough call. These are tough markets, guys. I saw a very interesting video the other day about a guy talking about a strategy, and his strategy purely is to go to where it's the easiest table to make money. He was comparing it to a poker game, and he's like, you look for the table that have the newbies. And that's where you want to go because it's the easiest place to make money. And right now, guys, if you're not kind of familiar with the market and don't have a lot of time to pay attention, crypto is a real tough place to be making money. Yeah, so something to consider. Again, if you don't have much exposure right now, if you're sitting in cash like me, I would be waiting to really deploy. I mean, you can do some trades and play the market a little bit, but I'm looking for a Q1 correction, and that's where I will most likely be going in heavy. As noted before, I think 2026 is going to be a big year in terms of liquidity because we have the United States has $10 trillion that it has to refinance, and it is going to need to lower rates. Generally speaking, when they lower rates, risk on assets go up. But in some cases, it also marks a recession. So we just have to hope that these AI tech can increase productivity. But the jobs numbers, those are also not looking good. We have unemployment going up, and that whole gig economy that's not a good thing. It's just not. I mean, it's good for a Band-Aid for some people, but long-term wise, having to work multiple jobs is just is horrible. You know, that's not living life. So that's something I'll end it on. If you guys are struggling where you're living and everything is costing you a fortune and you have some equity and you can manage to leave, it's something that you might want to consider, especially if you're older. And I would recommend Thailand. You know, I absolutely love it here. I live in a fantastic part of Thailand in a gorgeous gated community, and very quiet, peaceful. It's magnificent. And if you know my history, you would also know that I've been living in Southeast Asia since my early 20s. You know, here in Hawaii. But anyways, that's another story. All right, guys. I hope you followed my my lead when Bitcoin yesterday ripped up to 90K. I hope you guys were thinking about that liquidation, the heat map liquidation video that I had spoke of, talking about shorting markets when they run up like this, and you pulled the trigger and you're in the money. Currently, I just made about a month's income just off of in the last 6 hours. So it's good. All right. Anyways, guys, hope you're all doing well. Monger on.